did file an extension, and I have to file an amended because my accountant didn't even have my paperwork. So I have to file an amendment for last year, and there's an extension for this year. So yeah. Yeah, even if you owe, you can put in an extension. It's $29. I don't know. We do have a problem, though, with our airspace. I'll tell you this. Canada deployed drones on our northern border, their southern border, for patrolling and stuff. But NATO's really upset with us right now because we're not playing footsie with them. And we're not into this whole world domination thing. We just want to look after our country. But they're all placating to the fact of unity. And it's like, I don't think so. We were always the rebels. You know, if you think about it, the United States was allowed to exist because it was an experiment. And the United States was also allowed to exist because it came in just like they did in Central America and South America to conquer. And, you know, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, we were vicious. We killed the indigenous. We did that everywhere. Everywhere. Not just Americans. Like every single Western nation did that. So we can't undo what they did. And we're not going to pay people for stuff that happened 100, 200, 300 years ago, okay? But what we have to do is focus on the right now and what we do right now. You know, a lot of us stick in the present and we're looking toward the future, but you have to remember what you do right now today is what makes the future and is a part of history for the people of the future. So that's the most important thing, that everything we do, we should be doing for the now, not focusing on the past. No, how can we make the past better? The past is past. It's done. It's finished. How do you make better? No. How do you learn from it and make sure it doesn't happen again? And this is how we do it, right? So J6 is this guaranteed. Okay, so the J6, that's why I wrote that article. That was, you know, overzealous. You know, they weren't allowed to do things. But we have to look at before that, how the courts, you know, acted, how they conducted themselves with other complaints of citizens, just plain citizens. Biscuit! That's my 18-year-old cat. Brought him home from Afghanistan. Hey, Biscuit! Come here, I hear you. He's like my Achilles heel. And I call him Biscuit even though he's a boy. Well, is he a boy since he's been snipped? But because he came out of a package of biscuits when I saw him. It was digestive biscuits, but with, you know, Pashtu writing on it. Yeah, he's gender. All our pets are gender neutral. Oh, God. Well, the J6 raids were done under the premise of, you know, trying to overthrow the government. So leave that. We're talking about the raids now on influencers. All these people getting swatted. Kind of think they're getting raided and they're all just agreeing to tell us they're being swatted instead. Just saying. It's pretty interesting to see the people that are getting swatted. And I actually kind of think that the guy that was viciously attacked and murdered in Austin, Texas, that worked for InfoWars, was actually done because maybe he was talking to the feds, the good feds. Because, you know, think about it. Hey, Biscuit, welcome. Hey. Because do you really think Kash Patel would let them just swat? Hey, you don't have to jump. I'll pick you up. Here's my old man. Oh, you smell so good. Yeah, we do need an OSINT topic in the OSINT room about the SWATs. But, you know, for those of you that are influencers, you know, the easiest way to protect yourself from swatting is to call your local police department and tell them, listen, I have friends that have been swatted and I'm concerned about it. Put a flag on my house. Don't just turn up. call me and here are the numbers you call, and they do that. Yeah, you can hear him purr. He's a loud purr. He's 18. He gave me a scare last year, getting all sick. I know he's handsome. See, everybody thinks you're handsome. My young man. My young old man. His tail from being shaved from surgery still hasn't grown here. The hair. I feel like, what is it? Dr. Evil. With my cat. Hey, baby boy. Yeah, purrs do send healing frequencies. He's been licking a lot lately. Like for the past year or so. Actually, he's not that big. He's like 8 pounds. My daughter's Siamese is like 18 pounds. Like, he's like a dog. He's huge. Are you dribbling? I think you're malfunctioning. Okay, I'm done with you. Here. And watch him come back. I see you eyeing me. Prescription food. Wet food. Yeah, he's coming, see. Can't stay away from me. Recap of the thoughts. I found a file, a specific file that gives me permission to speak about Nixon, Hoffa, Hughes, and Onassis. So, he's always licking me now. Hey, Chef Matt. Not really. I don't think that. Yeah, our FA is a hot mess. Right, get this. Do you know who's the acting FA director? So all of you know about 9/11. Huge tragedy. There's conspiracies and ideas of what happened. Can I have my cigarette, please? Thank you. Great. Okay, so you just threw it in there. Thanks. Of what happened. But do you know what the common factor is? There was this guy named Chris Richelieu, right? He and some other Czech, because at that point, only 2 people were running FAA intelligence, right? He came on just a little bit before 9/11. He was on FAA intelligence. He was responsible for the intelligence for the whole FAA right before, during, and after 9/11. And guess what? He's now your acting FAA director, and he's staffing the shit out of it. Oh, and not only that, he's the guy that wrote up the DEI policies. Like, you're not allowed to call it a cockpit anymore, because it's not inclusive. Chris Richelieu is his name. And Secretary Duffy is a freaking tool. Like, I had high hopes for him because he came in like trying to be on social media, trying to be approachable for the DOT. But Senator Cruz has staffed the DOT and the FAA with all his staffers. And it's like, what's going on? Me and Ted Cruz have had conversations many times. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing about this in regards to aviation? And he's like, well, I didn't know about that. We should talk about some more. It's like, and then let's not forget that when Pete Pluggy, Mayor Pete, whatever, the one that, breastfed, that guy, he had a revolving door at the FAA. And the funny thing is, when people were like, hey, people are dying, like doors are coming off planes, like we're having all these landings, we got to do something. You know what he said? And I kid you not, there were other people, senators and people present. He said, I don't care. We're not going to help them. We're not going to do it. And he's on the committee of aviation. Let them tank. So it's so the people could see. What? People could see what? Deaths? The fact that internationally airports have pretty much evicted American based airlines, that we're now international and we have no sovereignty in our aviation. And then he's like all proud, like, look at us. We're having Amazon drones. And it's like, oh, do you all know drones now have licenses that are the same as airplane? Which means that the pilot doesn't have to be in a line of sight. This is not okay. This is not okay. Yeah, there's a lot I want to talk about because I've been so extremely busy. And, ugh. Oh, thanks. The grot prompts. Yeah, that, Miguel's a superstar. That's all I have to say. Miguel is a superstar. Yeah, drones are going to be the next method of war. I mean, we should be looking at the North, man. And I'm like so confused about Doug Burgum. He just got all that money for California. Remember, he's the one that he's the Secretary of Interior, used to be the governor of North Dakota, and he actually physically owns half of the city of Fargo. Like, what? Oh, look, I have 17 hearts. That's so cute. That's cute. And now he's been given almost an unlimited budget, not only to deal with what happened in California, but to also freaking, deal with drones. He's got an unlimited, like, why is the Secretary of Interior getting all that money? He's I've always said it, North Dakota's red, not Republican red, China red. And right now, the bigger threat to us, I know China's like super threat, and they're really the big threat. NATO's helping them with what they're doing. NATO is helping them. So, and don't forget, Doug Burgum was the one that gave you guys the COVID tracing app. You remember the one where you just download the app on the phone and it snitches on everyone around you and collects everyone's data and made everyone a tattletale, like, oh, look, they didn't wear a mask, or they're having friends, or their kids are playing ball outside. He had that shit up and running in 2 weeks because he had already done it. Guess what? With unsuspecting, what was it called? He said, unsuspecting fans of North Dakota football. They would download the app and it would follow them to see where they go eat, what they do, how they move in groups. And it's like, who signed up for that shit? Like, why would I want you to know where I eat? Just because I'm a fan of a team. So it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's really bad, actually. So I'm very confused on this, but I hope clarity will come within the next, 8 weeks, give or take a week. So, well, Canada's got a real identity issue right now. I mean, they just got the Bank of England head. Oh, thanks. I got a gold mine. I don't know what that means, but thanks. They got the head of the Bank of England to run their country instead of Castro's love child that's limp-wristed with the funny socks. So weird. And then, if you look at it, the French and the British fight over, what are these gold mine things? Thanks for all the coins falling on the screen. I don't know what they are. Is that the missing Fort Knox gold? Bring it to me. I do. I get money. I didn't know that. Thank you. I haven't set it up. They keep asking me if I want to sell stuff. Maybe I should sell handbags. I'm like totally in love with TikTok. Like, I'm watching all of it because I have a fetish for bags. Thank you. Thank you for my birthday. Thank you. Okay, Smith Mundak, talking about propaganda. Did you know in 1930, the Rockefellers had purchased most of the media outlets in order to help with censorship? I mean, it is in that documentary, Enjoy the Show, that I put out and was banned, right? You gotta watch that. Banned, and it's actually using government records, showing it from beginning to end, so it's really important people see it. But, hold on, what's going on here? Oh, the chat's there. Okay, hacking people. So remember, years and years ago, I did a show on Havana Syndrome, and now Catherine Herridge has gone there and put more detail. And I connect that with the wireless body area network. Oh, subscription goal progress 5 out of 17,000. Okay, I just got another subscriber. Thanks. I didn't know I set 17,000 as a limit. So, hey. Another thing, speaking of Vietnam vets, kids, Vietnam, there was a document in those JFK files that were released where they were hunting down these two guys because they were being deployed on October 10th, but they didn't want to go to Vietnam. So what they did was they ran away and went to Germany. But apparently the CIA was all over it because they were of the fact that even though they stated them as deserters, that they thought when they were in West Berlin that one of them was actually German and they had infiltrated the United States. And then the German police was not complying to get them arrested. But they had this whole plan where they had this plane in Rhineland and they were going to kidnap them and take them. And it's like, wait, what? Yeah, for deserting the military, you're going to have a big ass plane. You're going to kidnap them and put them in separate rooms to ask them why they don't want to go to Vietnam. Like, that sounds dodgy. I'm just saying, like, that sounds really, really dodgy. Super dodgy. And I read that and I was like, And then I read a couple of these resumes because we had the House Select Committee on Assassinations for JFK and, Martin Luther King. And then I'm looking at all these hires and they were like researcher, clerk, secretary, and all of them were working for either the CIA or Quantico. And I was like, you can't even make this up. You can't make it up. You really can't make it up. You really can't. You can't. I want to show you guys my favorite birthday gift I got from my family. Hold on, I'm taking it off. It's a shoe. It's a satin Nike shoe. Look. Isn't it super cute? It's pink. Oh, my screen's like orange, so it's giving an orange hue. It's like a satin little sneaker. Isn't it awesome? Totally random. I freaking love those shoes. God, I can't believe I'm 47. When my mom was 47, she looked freaking old. Right? Yeah, they're Nikes, right? Aren't they cool? Yeah, it's like a pink. I was wearing it with a pink hanging bag today, so I was like, cute. Navy blue and pink. Yeah, I got Benjamin Button syndrome. Oh, we already ate. My cousin is over, so she made baklava, and Alan made steaks, and then my little niece made the salad. So we had steak, salad, and then baklava. I don't know if he's going to stop Real ID. Real ID is being pitched to him as a way to be able to identify everyone that's not legally here. So, I don't know. Oh, chickens. Well, I don't know. Like, I want to get a chicken coop like the one on Vincent Kennedy's. Like, I'm stalking his profile just for chicken tips because I definitely want chickens. I want chickens. I have room for chickens. But it's like, Alan says that they're going to be eaten by the coyotes, and, I'm backing up to, like, Federal Reserve land. So I get a lot of deer, though. It's not like they're going to eat the chickens. But I want to do what he did. His stuff looks so dope. It's like, where do I get that? Like, I struggle to put a door on my closet so that my cat doesn't go in there, since most of my outfits are black. It's black with fur. So I should say I wear fur every day. You should watch Justin Rhodes. Great ideas on how to keep chicken. I will. I don't want a lot of chickens. I just want a few chickens. I was actually thinking of going to the Amish. Be like, yo, can we square a deal? Can you make me like a nice chicken coop where I don't have to clean it? Because I'm like, you know, I'm an empty nester. I can't force my kids to do it anymore. You know, that's where you could be like, because I said so. Now it's like, no. Boyfriend build a chicken coop. Yeah. Yeah, the Amish are really good. Well, I was thinking if I don't do a chicken coop this year, I definitely want to do a greenhouse. Because I was really devastated. I got a gift for Valentine's Day last year for my boyfriend that was a lemon tree, and it finally had like a little baby lemon in August, and I would take it out in the summer, and it was outside and the tornado broke it, so I'm really pissed. So I'm gonna get another lemon tree. And so I was thinking maybe I should have like a properly built like greenhouse where I could go sit in there and smoke cigarettes and drink coffee and hang out with the plants and have like lemon trees and plants all year round. So that was my thought. A Michigan sunroom. Yeah, something like that. Well, I was like looking around because I was kind of like, I really wanted to like transform the part of the 3-car garage to be a studio, proper one with like soundproofing. And it's just not working for me because the previous people that had the place did like really shoddy work. So it's going to cost more. So I was like, maybe I can get like one of those like a firm loans or something and get myself like a tiny shed, like a tiny house. And so I called a guy and he was like, yeah, they don't come like pre-wired and stuff. And I was like, oh no, that's going to be more money. But he was like, if I get any repos, I'll call you. So I'm like, yeah, repos, great energy, but okay. To get one of those little tiny sheds that they transform into something. So I was hoping to get that and just drop it on the property somewhere. Oh, the Garden of Heroes, the White House greenhouse. Yeah. Tesla tiny home 6K. Wait, talk about that, Michelle. What? Tesla tiny home? I agree, all is one. But you have to meet people where they're at. You can't fast forward. They are a little pod for something. Where do you get this? Is there what? Tesla tiny homes. Okay, now I'm going to go on the computer and like Google that. What do you mean Tesla tiny home? Okay, oh no, download. Okay. Tesla tiny home. Elon Musk 6-7 finally hit the market. Where to buy it? If you're interested in Tesla's not really. They haven't released it. Excellent option. Okay, show me where. Purchasing a Tesla tiny house. Stop it. Okay, so I've been following TikTok accounts that have capsules like that. But you have to pay for shipping because they come from China. But they send it with everything. With furniture, with air conditioners, with beds and everything. Tesla tiny homes are a unique, eco-friendly housing option powered by solar panels. I like this. Finding Tesla tiny house retailers in your area. Stop it. Tiny house listing. These websites specialize in. No, I want a Tesla tiny house. No, I don't want to buy a tiny home. I want a Tesla tiny home. However, the base price of a Tesla tiny house is around $50,000. What? No, I'm reading it. It says that the base model, because you have to get the power wall. Because I was looking to see, like, because of the tornado, my whole siding's getting changed in a month or so. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I should get a solar capacitor thing from Tesla and put solar panel roof, at some point. Shit, that's so expensive. Tesla.com. I mean, I own a Tesla, so I have an account. And I still have that $100 where I reserved a Cybertruck, but I'm not getting it. And I also feel kind of suckered because now the Tesla 3s, 2 years later, are like half the price of what I paid for my Tesla 3, and they're long range, where mine's is not long range. So let's see. Energy, Powerwall, Mega Pack, Discover, insurance, military purchase, shop, accessories,